Well, hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Cindy, and today we are going to talk about what happens when we hit a plateau. So, what is a plateau? Does everybody hit them? And what can we do to jog things to get out of off that plateau and back into losing weight? So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my experiences with it and what you can expect in your experiences. So, first of all, if you are having a plateau, first of all, let's talk about what that even means. Most diets, especially those of us on Weight Watchers, we are encouraged to weigh in once a week. I don't know about you, but that is the hardest thing for me to do. Every time I walk in my bathroom, I want to jump on the scale. And sometimes it's like even at night, I want to do that. Bad, bad, bad. No, we only want to get weighed in the morning if you're going to get weighed. And you want to get weighed in the same clothes every time or in no clothes. And ideally, you're only going to weigh in once a week. So let's say you're one of those daily weigh-in people. So say you get weighed one day and you weigh 175, and you decide to get weighed the next day and you weigh 176. You're like, oh my gosh, maybe I didn't drink enough water. I've got to, what can I do? You're looking to see if you did your points right. The next day, say you still weigh 176, and maybe 2 days later you weigh 175, and then 177. Okay, so during the course of a week, it is very common for your weight to fluctuate. I have had weight gains as much as 5 or 6 pounds during the week, and when I get back to Monday to weigh in, I've still lost a pound or two. Because now, not all of us do that, but I know my weight can fluctuate greatly from day to day. That's why we are told only to get weighed once a week. Not to drive us crazy and insane and loony, but just to keep us, where we know exactly what we're losing on a week-to-week basis, because it will be more accurate in overall. Otherwise, we could just get weighed anytime, in wearing anything, before or after dinner, and it wouldn't matter. But the main thing that I think keeps us going when we're dieting or trying to accomplish something like that is to stay motivated, right? And if you're getting weighed every day and the scale is jumping all over the place, then your motivation, or at least for me, tends to wane because, hey, it's not working. So if it's not working, why am I wasting my time, right? So if you wait to get weighed every week and you're still not seeing the scale moving for a couple of weeks, then, I would consider that a plateau. 2 weeks with no weight loss, 3 weeks or gaining even a little bit, I would consider that a plateau. And so we all will have our own kind of gauge of how long do you go without a weight loss before you call it a plateau. For me, 2 to 3 weeks, to me, that's a plateau. So the first couple of things you need to remember is one, you are not alone. If you're in the middle of a plateau, you are so not alone. I belong to a Weight Watchers Facebook group with 250,000 people in it, and every single day someone is posting that they haven't lost in weeks. How do they get out of this plateau? So it happens to maybe not everyone, but I would say most people, maybe 95% of everybody will experience that. I have heard some YouTubers and a few other people say they lost every single week, no problem, no plateaus, no nothing. So, A, you are not alone. Number two, don't be discouraged. And I know that's easier said than done, but if you know that it happens all the time, if you have a lot of weight to lose, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose, um, you're not just going to have one plateau probably in a year or 2 years or 6 months or however long your weight loss journey is going to have to be, and even in maintenance. But, you are going to go through this. So you're not alone, and don't freak out and know, there's a way to get past it. Most of all, you do not ever want to give up on yourself because the scale is not moving for a period of time. If you know you're doing all the right things, Weight Watchers for me works, and I know that if I stay true to the program and I stay true to that weekly weigh-in, I am going to see a weight loss. It may not be as fast as I want it to. It may be faster at some times and then slow down at other times. I am in this for a long haul. Are you? Definitely in this for the long haul. So if I have to persevere through a couple of rough, bumpy weeks, then that's the program for me. I have dealt with weight gain since I was born. When I was 10, I weighed 168 pounds. I think some of you heard me say that. So, getting to this weight, again, didn't happen overnight. I'm not going to lose it overnight. So I know I need to be patient, and I want to encourage you also to be patient when the scale is not reading the way you want it to. So briefly, what are some things you can do though, besides, you don't just need to say, accept it, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and I don't need to change anything, because what's the point? But there are two things I can think of, or three things, that I know I change when I'm stuck at a plateau. The scale's not moving. So let me share those with you, and maybe they'll work for you. I hope so. Number one, drink more water. Drink more water. I know that when I drink more water, I lose better. And even if I'm drinking my 6 or 8 bottles of water a day, which is a ton, and I'm still not losing, I can even drink more water if I can stand it, which I just push myself, drink the water, get it down, and it will help. Now, scientifically, I'm not speaking scientifically, I'm speaking personally from my own experience. It seems to just cleanse out my body. It helps my systems inside to work better and empty better, if you don't mind me saying so. Pooping and peeing, much easier when you drink a lot of water. And other high water content foods, which are, leafy vegetable, iceberg lettuce, celery, watermelon, honeydew, cantaloupe, high water content fruits and vegetables. And, I can make an entire list, but, I'm try to keep this short, so please look online. If you're on Weight Watchers, check out your 0-point list, and almost all of us, regardless of green, blue, or purple, have almost all fruits and vegetables are 0 points, except maybe avocados, I know aren't, and in one plant, I think bananas are not 0 points. So check it out, but try to pick the ones, to be high water content, and drink a lot of water, and you may see a change in the scale the following week. Not sooner, because remember, you're not going to get weighed until a week out, right? Especially during a plateau. You don't want to torture yourself by constantly hopping on the scale, knowing you're not going to be satisfied with a number later in the day. So, yeah, getting weighed a few times a day really is a head trip. Okay, so you're going to drink more water and eat more high water content foods. Secondly, we've got to up the ante on our exercise, or movement, as I call it. I am not a great exerciser. You're only seeing me from the waist up, but at over 250 pounds, I am not a worker-outer. I am not a great exerciser. I never have been. I hate it because I've always been so overweight that any kind of exercise has been very uncomfortable. But when I started Weight Watchers, I did get involved with a physical therapist, because I do have some limitations from pain. So she got me working on doing leg lifts and other things that I can do seated. She got me up, walking around more, and I am increasing my level of activity. If you're someone who already runs a mile or two a day, maybe you could run 3 miles a day that week, or hey, that might even become permanent, or you might even get above that. But we want to be doing things to change what's going on in our bodies for the better for weight loss. So you want to drink as much water as you can. You want to increase your water too. You want to increase high water content foods. You want to increase your level of activity. So if on a scale of 1 to 10, your level of activity is a 3, try to go up to a 4 or a 5, okay? If you're already working out like crazy and you're doing all you possibly can do, I really can't even relate to that right now, but maybe in a year we can have that conversation. So those are the things you need to do. Psychologically speaking, you want to do a lot of positive affirmations and positive self-talk. You know, if I get up in the morning and I go to a meeting and I haven't lost any weight, okay, Cindy, you've done great. You've stuck with your program. You've eaten what you're supposed to. Your points are in the healthy eating range. You're drinking a lot of water. You're moving more. Keep it up. We'll be back next week, and maybe we'll see less of me next week. I went to a lot of Weight Watchers meetings in my past, and I don't know if the instructors still say that, but mine always used to say, "Bye bye. We'll see less of you next week." I always loved that. So that is something you do definitely want to do, is increase your activity. And you want a positive, yes, positive self-talk, positive affirmations. You look beautiful. You are successful. You are doing all the right things. You are pleasing to people. You look beautiful. Anything you can say, even right in front of the mirror. I'm doing it right to you, and it's almost embarrassing me to say, "You are beautiful, Cindy," because deep down inside, I don't really always feel that way. But the more we say these things and integrate them into our thinking, the more true they become for us, and the better we feel. So, to break, finally, I just wanted to say, make sure you are really, really tracking your food well. I have found myself over the past couple of months, as good as I am with tracking, and I really am, I try to track everything. As once I decide what to eat and scan it or put the barcode in or plug it in to find out how many points in the app, I always track it immediately so that I don't forget. But now and then I will forget to put something in, and maybe it was small, but 2 points, 2 points here, 4 points there, can add up without us realizing it. So maybe the solution is a real easy one, and that is, make sure you're within your daily points, because if you're not, remember, you're dipping into your weeklies, and if you're having a plateau, going through a plateau, you might want to be a little more careful about trying to stay within your daily points for a week and see if that doesn't help you. If you have other ideas, if you have questions, what do I do during a plateau? Please scroll down, leave me a comment or a question in the bottom. I would love more information. I would love to be able to share more information. Hey, we are in it to win it, and we are here for each other and to support each other, and that starts with supporting ourselves, loving ourselves, and knowing that we are in this just for fabulous results. If we're not getting them right now, please be patient. They will come, and there are a few things you can do to get that started. So, hey, you all take it easy. Each one of you is precious to me for tuning in. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.